I see some sort of loss. There is physical bounty around her, but none that she is witnessing. And so I sense a loss. The Two of Cups. Emotions. Two people. Perhaps there is a loss of this in pursuit of this. Can't be sure. Major Arcana. Being in control of one's domain. A need to take control, perhaps, leading to this, since it surrounds her. The Knight of Pentacles comes bearing a message of some sort of physical change or some change in the physical world. I wonder. And Page of Pentacles, lots of earth. Someone young. The mind. Seven of Swords. No, Death. Lady Death. Perhaps it is time for a transition. An ending of sorts, pertaining to the physical world. Moving on. Maybe there is a loss of emotional connection, spiritual. Perhaps we can explore. Hello. Okay, so more thoughts. There goes the Palo Santo. So, in addition to the Seven of Swords, we have her joined by the Nine of Swords. And all of this as relates to death, this transition. So there are a lot of thoughts about this change. There are a lot of active vibrations in the mind that are not conducive to welcoming this change in. I do think it's interesting, the choice of these kind of very earthy stones. And then so much pentacle cards, so much earth, and then all of this haphazardness of the mind. Okay. Alrighty. And so what should we dive into? Ah, hello. I am happy to do a reading. I normally do this for myself, so I can't promise that it's going to answer all your questions, but I can certainly take one. Sure, go for it. Believe it's Asia. Yeah, Asia. Okay. I have a feeling this has to do with something transitional. Oh, we'll see. Will Julian and I get married in 2020? If yes, will it last? Okay. All right. So let me start over. Clear deck. So I can tell you right off the bat that question is going to it's going to yield some very interesting answers. One, because it's very, very specific, and two, because it's based on so many things that have yet to come. So just give me a second, and I'm going to grab a pendulum to assist me. So this is an apatite pendulum. I guess technically it is... I forget what they're called. But yes, it's an apatite pendulum. Okay. Will Julian and I get married in 2020? Julian and Asia. So I can tell you right now, as I'm thinking of the question, I get kind of a tight sensation in my solar plexus and in my sacral chakra. So I'm wondering, Asia, if I feel there's something going on with you emotionally. I can feel it in my sacral chakra. Sorry if I'm laughing a lot. I'm okay. Just kind of clear that out a little bit. Okay. So Julian, I feel like I need this guy. Yes. Okay, yeah. So, okay. Just be aware of that that's sacral chakra energy. It's a lot more powerful than you think. So just be aware of that. Okay. Julian and Asia. Okay. All right. So, Asia, can you do me a favor? Can you pick a pile? So, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. And just let me know which one you pick. Also, let me know if you can't hear. Okay, great, you can hear me. Okay, so pile 3 right here. Ooh, there's a lot of nervousness here. I'm guessing it's coming from you. I feel like there's an emotional attachment to the answer here, and I understand. I don't know how long you guys have been together, or if you're together yet, but um, that I sense a lot of anticipation about the answer. Okay. Okay. So the first card is the Ten of Swords. And this is a lot of mental energy that is being devoted to this thought. um, there's a lot of worrying and anxiety about it. And I feel like if you're not careful, it can lead you into depression. The Ten of Swords in other decks features the person. Basically, the swords are there, but the person has the ability, if they kind of wanted to get up, because not all of the swords are piercing them. But in this one, you'll notice they're not piercing her. She's just kind of in a, oh, hello, hello. Outside. Go on, outside. Go on. Thank you. He agrees with my sentiment. So, oh no. My apologies. That is Coco. So, thanks. Sorry about that. So there's a lot of mental energy where it's not really necessary right now, but let me continue. Okay. Okay. There's a lot of emotional energy. There are two things that are coming up as I'm looking at this. So I have the Knight of Cups, which is this guy. And he is right side up. So I'm assuming that this is representative of either yourself or Julian as they feel about the relationship. But the Knight is not quite as young as the Page, but hello. It's not quite as young as Page, but it is still an energy that is not fully developed yet. In terms of emotionally, I should say. You cannot read my thoughts. So yes, it's not a fully developed emotional energy, but it is still a young, romantic, very loving kind of energy. And then there's the Three of Cups, which I typically associate with a fruitful union, but it's in reverse. So I don't. It tells me right away that there's something about the union that is emotionally upsetting, or not in alignment. I don't know what that means to you, but the union isn't in alignment. So, okay. The cards the cards don't want to give a clear answer because there are two things that come into focus in this reading. The first is that there's something about finances or the physical world, the physical space that is not in a position right now for this to happen. As it stands right now, the energy is not present for this. And the emotional energy is also out of balance. So the physical world as well as the emotional world they're not stable enough for what you're looking for, which is the marriage. Now, that doesn't actually mean, oh, he's in the Navy. Oh, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. Here, let me pull. So he's not physically with you, which would explain the appearance of the earth. Okay, here. Ooh. So it could be that the mental anguish that I'm picking up, or the mental kind of rumination that's happening, it could very well just be because of the separation. It's not necessarily bound to stay as it is. Okay. The Eight of Wands. It's telling me you're holding on to something. It's almost like you're juggling too much. Yes, you can go next. It feels to me like you're juggling too much. I don't know what this means. This seems more of an energetic thing. So you have that the physical world is not quite as you want it, which could be just that he's not present. The emotional is out of balance. And it's interesting because it's almost like you're waiting for this. It's almost like you're waiting for him to do this for you. But he can't do this yet. And I feel like the physical situation needs to align itself first. And the way that you feel internally needs to align itself first before you can get this thing that you want. I don't know. Let's see if the cards have anything else for me. Yeah. So the pendulum is just swinging in a circle, which to me is basically it's up in the air. There are too many variables between now and 2020 that can come up to prevent this from happening. That being said, just because the variables are so much doesn't mean that it's not going to happen. It just means that there's too much that's not been laid down yet for it to happen at the moment. So I hope that was helpful. I would say really ground yourself in the present moment, which is not an easy thing to do. But I just feel like you need to really nurture yourself mentally and physically right now. So thank you. Of course. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so Dern to learn. Am I just not? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Dern to learn. You're next. Okay. Love your energy, LOL. Thanks. You should see me when I'm mad. Let's talk about energy when oh God. Hashtag Scorpio problems. Okay, so I'm a male Capricorn, female Leo. Oh boy. Give me a second. I just need to read this. Okay. Male Capricorn in asking about my female Leo. 89. We never dated, but I want to see how she feels about me.
Sure.
Excuse me. Note to self, communicate when you're doing something that requires focus and silence. Okay. Oh, don't worry about it. I'll see what I can do. As I told Asia, readings, especially my readings, they usually will tell you what you need to know, not what you want to know. So I just want you to be aware that you may not get the answer that you want to hear, but you'll more than likely get the answer that you need to hear. My cards are not fond of building me or anyone else up. Okay. So let's focus on it for a little bit. How does she feel about me? Feels like she wants to tell me something, but uses other things like work to cover it up. Okay. All right. Leo. Okay. No. Okay, so I'm feeling energy move to my heart chakra. It feels like sadness. It feels like grief or sadness. That's my first thought. There's something about grief or a feeling of sadness that is present. True, we've just been up and down respectively. Woo! Hey boy. Okay. Excuse me all while I remove this cute little pooch from Whew. Alrighty. From one of us or both of us? Oh, I'm only telling you the energy that I'm picking up. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know who it is directed towards. I just know what I feel. So I feel like a sadness. I don't know. It could also just be neighbors or somebody upstairs. Can I have a reading, please? Sky blue. Okay, yeah. I don't know if I have a lot of time. I'll try my best to get to you, Sky. If not, then I can more than likely do readings tomorrow. Okay, great. Darn to learn. Great. Okay. Darn to learn, I feel like you need different crystals than what I have right now. Pyrite and some tangerine quartz. Okay. Okay. Great. Okay, I will be patient. Okay, great, Sky. Okay. So, does Leo have anything she wants to tell Capricorn? Oh, goodness. Do you happen to know anything else about her astrological placements, Capricorn? Or Dern to learn? My dog is currently desperately trying to poke his nose in the door. How very distracting. Ooh, okay. Yes. Why are you scratching at the door? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. There's a lot of feelings here. So many feelings. Okay. So the first card I have is the Seven of Cups. I just feel like there's a lot of wishing happening emotionally. A lot of wishes and dreams. The mirror. Oh, goodness. Yes. Okay. So, on looking at the mirror, I think this is the first time I've ever seen the mirror in this picture, but it feels like almost like it's almost I need more than this. I can't get bogged in one card. Okay. 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 Ooh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so this took a very different turn than I was expecting with just the one card. So, what I have for you is the Four of Pentacles. I have the King of Wands reversed. I have the Seven of Chalices. I have Strength and I have Death. So, okay, you don't know. There, I don't know if this has happened already or if it is something to come. But Death, Lady Death. So one of you is about to or has recently undergone some sort of transformation. And in this case, she's taking off a mask. So to me, it feels like somebody is revealing their true self or unearthing their true self or diving deep somehow. Maybe something has happened around them that has facilitated this transformation. But whatever the change is, it is a big change, even if the person doesn't necessarily feel it as a big change or notice it as much. So something has changed dramatically or is about to. And strength, usually with death, you do require a lot of strength in order to face whatever this change is. So you see a man beating a centaur. And it's interesting that it is represented this way on this card because it's normally a lion. But I immediately thought of Chiron. So to me, it has. Oh, we had a disagreement where I was at a business wise. She kept telling me she doesn't see me as a boyfriend. That changed from her business wise. Oh, interesting. So if this is the change, which I'm not sure that it is, it doesn't feel like this to me. This is something, this is not, if that is what it is part of, this change that happened didn't have anything to do with you, and it had something to do with what happened with her internally. And so this would be where the strength comes from, the need to stick with whatever it is that you encounter. And in this case, for some reason, my mind thinks of Chiron. So it thinks of a wounding that doesn't heal. And I think of whoever it is essentially needing to go to war with themselves and to really strengthen themselves through that war. She's been trying. Ah. Okay, so this is part of her growth, right? So let's move on very quickly. I'll come back to that. This is something that can't be touched. This is something that is very personal to her, and it is taking a lot of her strength and emotional energy to do. Now, where I feel like you are in this reading is this card. There's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of I guess there's a desire to see this emotional fulfillment through this person. But as a Capricorn, I'm not sure what your chart looks like, but as a Capricorn, legacy and working towards something is something that you can understand. Maybe not in a traditional sense, because I don't know what your chart looks like, but certainly from an emotional standpoint, this person, they are very much shedding old skin. And it is possible that the person that they were or they are currently shedding may have been in alignment with you. And it's possible that in the shedding of this skin, this person does not feel that you are their best fit. I could be wrong, but this is just kind of what I sense. But there is a hope for it, and I understand the hope. Oh, right. Yeah. Leo, lion. This, yeah, of course. Duh. This card normally is a lion. And of course, Leo is the lion. So, yeah. Okay. If the person has any Scorpio in them, especially over the next, I want to say 2 or 3 months, they're going to do even more shedding. And now is not the time really to be with them. And the next card is the King of Wands reversed. It almost feels like there was a desire for a message. Whenever I see a knight, I think of somebody bearing a message to me. So it almost feels like there was this hope for a message of fire, a message of heated or spiritual union, like this very fire water relationship, this very spiritual connection. But it seems that the spiritual intensity right now can't be devoted to somebody. I haven't shown her much by being around a lot because I have been trying to improve myself. Maybe she took inspiration from you. Yes, 4 of Pentacles. So I associate the number 4 with home, 4 with spirit. And to me, if you're both working on the home, which in this case means yourself, you can't devote this excess energy to this union. I'm just going to get a little bit of clarification. Oh. Oh, I have to laugh at the imagery here. So please don't take this the wrong way. But this situation, for whatever reason, and this card, even though I don't know that much about the information, I don't know much about the story, is it's funny. I'm not sure I've ever gotten this card. So it's the King of Pentacles. It's funny. It's this fiery Politely, I've been feeling like she said that because of my looks. Well, that's an easy question. I mean, that I can answer. It is giving me a nice clear circle. And to me, that says it's a multitude of reasons. That could very well be one of them, but it certainly isn't the only reason if that is the case. But the King of Pentacles imagery, just to get back to that, the images of this fiery woman, I think of redhead and then think fiery, like literal fire hair. And this man who has a lot of power, who has a lot of wisdom, if his hair is anything to go by, and he's clearly king of his domain. And she's like not having any of it. She's just not having any of it. So even with you, the Capricorn, which would be you here and her here, it's almost like her youthfulness in this image is indicative of the need to find herself, right? Like this imagery alone is clear. If you have somebody who's very established or is establishing themselves and is a lot further along in the process, and then you have somebody who is youthful or further along, less far in the process, then it's gonna come to a point where this person feels the need to find themselves, and this is usually the separation stage with infants, right? Where they're like, ah, yes, I am my own person, so now I must go. And so maybe it just happened to show up in this way. Maybe the person never really had an interest in being in a romantic relationship, or maybe they thought they did and then didn't. Then when they went to kind of dig and discover themselves, found that you weren't as compatible or not in the same space as each other. Maybe that was the way that it happened. But right now, it feels to me like there isn't really much that she wants to say other than she wants to focus her energy on herself right now, and she wants to explore herself in whatever way she sees fit. Or dealt with a past situation. In what way? I mean, she may not have dealt with a past situation, but she could be dealing with it now. But let me, with a third party. So you're saying that she might be dealing with a situation with a third party, or that she is... Hi, Aloha Star. So I have one person ahead of you. I'm happy to do a reading. I don't have a lot of time left today. I'll probably only get to Sky Blue, but I will be on tomorrow to do a reading if you would like. Great. Okay. So if you would like, let's see. What time tomorrow will I be back on? I can do 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last view convo. Each convo we had, she always brings up her real estate mentor. I don't think she is now, but ain't no tellin' if she is or not. Last few convo. I wonder if she looked at you as a mentor in a similar fashion. Okay, so this is the first yes I've gotten. Ah, I see. I think that she looked at you as a mentor. That's what my pendulum seems to tell me. Which would also explain the imagery of this card, as I mentioned, with kind of this person who's a little more dignified, who's a little bit more developed, with this beauty who's trying to get away, or the differentiation stage of development. Oh, interesting. No, she's my real estate mentor. Hmm. Well, that's pretty much all I have in regards to that. I do think that it's a situation where right now she just does not have the energy to devote to a relationship with you, at least. Never saw it that way. Thought more of as a friend to lean on. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I don't think right now she has the energy to devote to a relationship with you, but I don't think that she has anything more to say. If I think she just wants understanding, not really specifically to have to say anything more, if that makes sense. Okay. I certainly will do another reading for you at another time if you would like. So tomorrow I'll be back on probably by 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, Sky. Sky blue. Ugh. I don't know why, but I feel like you need Amazonite and Emerald, Sky. Hi, this will move to the West Coast. This move to the West Coast, please. We just need an understanding of each other, but thanks. Oh, I agree. I agree. Yeah. Never. Okay. Hello, the word. I can do a reading for you tomorrow. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There is somebody ahead of you, so it'll probably be more like 8:15, 8:20 for you. But I'll be on at that time. Okay. Great. Thank you. Sky, 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 sky. Will it still happen? Thank you and being patient. Thank you for being patient, Sky. I've been trying to find a good job since I have a degree. I hope I find something there. Oh, okay. Let me clear the cards first. Thunder. Change is coming. Sky, that thunder was for you. There's a rumbling going on. I hear it in the distance. That must mean the storm is coming this way. Okay. It will happen. It should happen. I wouldn't force it, darn to learn. Let it come to you. It's not easy to do sometimes, but if she has anything to say, she'll say it. And if she's not developed enough to say it, then she's not for you. Sky, sky. Ooh, it's smoky in here. Okay, so Sky, thank you for being patient. Can you pick a pile? This is pile 1, 2, and 3. Oh! Oh, yeah. There are a whole lot of reasons why. 2. Okay. Okay, messenger. Okay. Huh. Do you have concerns about not having laid the foundation? Like a strong enough foundation for this move that you're about to make or you're wanting to make? Okay. I feel like there is evidently, obviously, otherwise you wouldn't ask for a reading, but there's a lot of anxiety about being taken care of physically and also about laying a foundation. Did I lay a strong enough foundation? Was school maybe not the right choice, but was it worth it? Will I be safe? Like it's bringing up a lot of I don't want to say existential, but it's definitely bringing up a lot of worries about the root chakra, wanting to take care of the self, needing to take care of the self. And there are so many turned around that I'm gonna just turn it. I feel like you're gonna get a message soon. Knight of Swords. I feel like some sort of communication is gonna come to you. Maybe it'll be a phone call or an email. But I feel like somebody has something for you. Yes, and there is another message card. Wands. Oh, I'm on the east wanting to go to the west. A big change. Understandable. That is a very, very, you might as well be moving to another country. It is a very big change. No, usually the nights to me are just indicators of a message. So I don't know what the form of communication will be or who it will be from. Sometimes with air signs, it can be friends who know somebody, or I'm not sure, but I have a message coming to you. I don't know what the message is, but I can clarify that. There's just a lot of messages. Oh, yes, the Queen of Pentacles. So, your biggest concern right now is your physical well being. your, yeah. So, your biggest focus is your physical self and your physical world right now. The Knave of Chalices. But I have a feeling you should tend to your emotions. Knight of Cups. So if you attend to how you feel, as well as take care of the physical world, I have a feeling that things will shift. I have a feeling that you'll get a message as soon as you stop worrying about your ability to take care of yourself physically and start actually focusing on emotionally taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, because that's really what you're going to need. It's not just the physical that's going to take a hit when you go to the West Coast. Your emotional health is of the utmost importance. And so going over I was going to say going overseas. Why did I want to say that? But going across to the West Coast. Yes. Yes, that is something that you need to do. No matter how well you take care of yourself physically, if you are not taking care of yourself spiritually and emotionally, then it doesn't matter whether you have a good job or not, because you're not going to be healthy. You're not going to be happy. So what if you get a job and you make a lot of money, or you make enough to live over there? If you're unhappy, none of this matters. Let's get a bit of clarification. Okay, and the stones that I chose for you, interestingly enough, were emerald and amazonite and blue apophyllite. Courage and nurturing, needing to take care of yourself. So, as I told Learn to Learn, sometimes the cards don't give us the answer that we want, but they will give us the answer that we need. And so far, it seems like you'll get whatever you need in terms of communications about whether you'll get a job or not. However, if you neglect this aspect, it's not going to matter. You're not going to enjoy that move. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Okay. What was that? Ooh, okay. The Tower. And the one crack of thunder. I haven't heard thunder since, by the way. So the one crack of thunder and the Tower. So this. Yeah, exactly. So this is the change you were looking for. And here's the thing. If you don't take care of yourself, when this change comes, you're not going to handle it well. I love the Tower. The Tower is great. We all need the Tower sometimes. It's good if you want to make a big move. Let that energy come to you. But make sure that that foundation is strong. You need your emotional foundation to be extremely strong. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Because there are going to be so many things happening if and when this change happens that honestly, even if it doesn't happen for some reason, you will still have benefited from this care. Because I guarantee you, if for some reason you can't go to the West Coast, something else is coming. I don't know what it is, but something else will come. And it's going to come in hot. Okay. I keep looking at my rose quartz. I don't know why, but I keep looking at it. So I figured I would show it to you. Rose quartz. Okay. All right. I'll do one more card. Oh, Mimi, yes, you can have a reading. I will be back at 8 p.m. tomorrow. I do have 2 more people ahead of you, so if you can wait until tomorrow, that'd be excellent. And then, yeah. If you're still there, I don't know. Ah, yes. Okay. This is great. I love it. 3 of Cups. I think this also pertains to a love situation. I wish you could, my face, I just have this Cheshire grin. So the other thing I was going to say was that this guy makes me think that there is somebody, but it's so cliche to see like the Knight of Cups and to say, it's some guy, it's some person who you have this thing with. Well, there you go. 3 of Cups. Yes, LOL, it's somebody. Next, I'll be getting the Hanged Man. No, I'm just kidding. 3 of Cups. I think this is just a reinforcement of what I was saying. This is just in support of what I was saying, is this need to take care of the self. Yeah. And there's such an abundance in this picture. The abundance of the flowers. And they have a lot of attention for each other, a lot of focus. And look at all the blue behind them. It's almost like they're like in a little submarine or like an underground, and they can like look out at the ocean. I know. Yes, I feel like regarding this person, I don't know what this transition is. I don't have a clear answer on this. But I have a feeling that as soon as you take your focus off of whether you can take care of yourself in the future and take care of yourself now, this shift and the messages that come with it is going to happen very, very quickly. Like it will unfold rapidly. And you'll have to move quickly, but you'll have to have the emotional wherewithal to handle it. And I think that whatever you have with this person, whether you need to close it out or you need to address it, I feel the need to give it closure somehow. I don't know how, but I feel that that's important. And even if the closure is a not closure, meaning you say to that person, conversation, and we have had this conversation, but it doesn't mean the end, that is still a form of closure because it puts a stop to whatever that emotional situation was and allows for something fresh to come up, even if it is with that person and even if it is from far away. Does that make sense? Yes, I think do you either way. Yeah, do you either way. Don't wait on this person because the change will come as long as you are focused on you. That person or that situation will pass as it needs to, and you will unfold and your situation will unfold no matter what. So just give yourself that space and don't worry about being able to physically take care of yourself. But obviously, lay the proper groundwork for that. Don't go out there with no money. Please, 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 please. Emotionally taking care of yourself includes the physical. So that also means making sure that you have the means currently to take care of yourself. Don't wait for the future. Do it now. Okay, I hope that was helpful. And I hope to see you again. Thank you so much for joining me today in my first live stream. Yes. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Please do. Um, please join me again tomorrow if you have time. I'll be around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. I'll see you there. Bye. Love yourself first. Indeed. Take care.